Is it recording now?
Mm-hmm.
We lost recording for some reason.
Oh, that's fine.
Yeah.
Just keep going. Component 3, Dr. Gaffer.
As you can see, even though we're explaining this to you, we're not experts yet either. And so it's something that we're all going to have to be not experts on, but we're at least going to have to understand it, because this is going to affect us. This is part of that, where they get all of these components and they put it in, and you're basically reduced to a statistical number. Okay? So this is still telling you how everything's going to be graded. Section 3, which is 30% or 18 points. The high school 4-year and 5-year graduation rates are going to be calculated at 2/3 and 1/3 respectively. So that's going to affect your score. We also have elementary and middle here. You can read that, but our concern is going to be the high school, even though this all feeds into it. Mm-hmm. So you don't get full credit for the graduation, only 2/3 and 1/3 respectively. Okay, let's read it. All right, the progress score. This is where your students' growth is compared to other students in the group. For example, they take students that perform similarly throughout the state, and they're in those respective groups. And then those respective groups then are compared with themselves at the end to determine growth. And then after that, it's my understanding that those groups are then reshuffled, so that you're always comparing. Go back.
I think it's on a timer.
Oh, we'll take it off. So it's my understanding that the groups are always reevaluated and reshuffled every year, so that the idea is to compare apples with apples. Because then if you've got a group that, it would be like comparing your classes, and your classes aren't even. Some classes achieve more than others, and it would be very difficult to compare a class that does very well and achieves to a class that struggles. That way, anything that the struggling class does is going to be more growth than the others, because they're already performing very well. So it's very difficult to show growth in those classes. And that's why they're doing these groups. So they're putting like groups of people together, so you can actually see the growth in there. Okay? And this is where they want you to be. When they finally get that growth number, they want you to click it one more time. This is where they want you to be. To put it in terms of our TEKS, the typical growth would be like proficient, and the high growth would be like exemplary.